Good morning, students. In this session, we are going to discuss about the basics of MATLAB. So, in the previous session, I had explained you about the what is MATLAB, why we are using MATLAB, and what are the things the MATLAB can do, and more importantly, the features about the MATLAB. So, in this session, we are going to discuss about the basic MATLAB programming. So, as you know, the MATLAB is a programming language. Okay, the files will be as a mat files developed by MathWorks. So here it started out as a matrix programming language. It makes more simple the more complex mathematical like linear algebra or whatever thing as we discussed previous. It makes everything very simple. Okay, so and also it helps us to understand the MATLAB examples in a very easy and a simple way with the help of the interface, with the help of the MATLAB API. So the use of MATLABs. The MATLAB is used as a tool in science and engineering, and also in it is interdisciplinary. It is not based on a particular thing. It is interdisciplinary, and it includes a variety of range of applications such as signal processing and communication, image and video processing, control system, test and measurements, computational finance, and computational biology, and so on. In MATLAB environment, every variable is an array or the matrix. Okay, before getting into the concept, I want to explain what are the things that we are going to discuss in the basics. In the basics, the MATLAB syntax is there, variables is there, commands, files, data types, decisions, loop, vector, many things are there. So we will have a look about the basics, some portions of the basics in this session. So we'll see about the array. So every variable is the array of matrix. Okay, you can assign the variables in the simple way. For example, you can see x is equal to 3. So the percentage defining the x and initializing it with the value, it creates one by one matrix named x and stores the value 3 in its element. So this is the meaning. Okay, so let us check another example. X is equal to square root of 16. So what it done here, it will execute the above statements and result the value, the result x is equal to 4. So here the person, it is defining x here, it is a commentary statement. Okay, command statement. It's defining x and initializing it with expression. Earlier we had seen only defining and initializing it with value. Here we are defining and initializing with expressions. So it will execute the above statement and it will result the value x equal to 4. So you have to look a note on it. Once a variable is entered into the system, you can refer it later. The variable must have the values before they are used here. In this, when an expression returns a result, it's not assigned to any variable. The system assigns it to a variable name, which can be used later. Example, square root of 78. So the MATLAB will execute the above statement and returns the following result. As 8 point returns the result 8.8. Now square root of 78. So it can gives the result. Okay. So MATLAB will execute the above statements and it can result the following result as shows here. So we'll go for another example of x equal to 7 star 8, y equal to x star 7.89. MATLAB will execute the above statement and assigns and returns the value of x to this and can able to produce the resultant value y. So this software will helps us to make the complications or the complicated task calculations everything into a very simple manner. Then we can see about the multiple assignments. So A equal to 2, B equal to 7 and C equal to A star B. It will perform the product operation, multiply operation and it result the value. So I have forgotten the variables. So the who command will displays all the variable name as we have used it. Suppose I have, if you do more than one operations or the calculations, we may forget the variables what we had used. So the who command will help us to display what are the variables has been used. So when we execute the state, following will be the result variable. The variables used are A, B and C and ANS. These are the variables. You see students how very easy it is to handle the MATLAB. So even if you had forgotten, it helps us to recall the variables we have used in the program. Who command will display little more about the variable, that is variable currently in the memory, the types of each variable, memory allocated to each variable, whether they are complex variables or not. Not only a simple variable, it also focuses n number of different types of variables like memory variables, whether complex variables or not, so many things. So it will be helpful to do the projects research. The clear command deletes all the variables from the memory. So clear x. So the percentage, so there's a command symbol, it will delete the x and won't display anything. Clear, it will delete all the variables in the workspace. You see, if I give followed with any clear, it will delete only that. If not, it will delete all the variables. Now we will see about the data types available in the MATLAB. So we can see the list of data types. The size of the matrix or the array of minimum 0 by 0 can grow up to any size of the array. We are having the list of data types like int 8, uint 8. Int 8 is 8-bit signed integer. U represent unsigned int 8-bit integer. Likewise for 16-bit. Then int 32, it is a 32-bit signed integer. If you are not using u, then it is a signed integer. If you are using u in front of that, it is a unsigned integer. It supports 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit and 64-bit, both signed and unsigned integers. Then data type conversions. So in the data type conversion, we have a list of functions like char, which converts the character to string, into to string converted the data to the string, mat to string str converts the matrix to string, then number to string, likewise vice versa. So it is a very flexible and easy to use the MATLAB for handling the mathematical functions. Determinations of data types. So the MATLAB, it provides the various functions for identifying the data type the variables, and also for determining the data type of the variable it uses the following functions like is a, is cell, is char, field, float, so many. The purpose is used to detect the current state. Is if input is object to a specified class, we are using this. Is cell, whether input is a cell array or not. Is char, determines whether item is a character array. Is field, structure array field. Is float, pointer float array. So likewise we can proceed using these different functions. Next, an operator is a symbol. It tells the compilers to perform the different mathematical operations. It supports the operations like arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise, and set operation operators, arithmetic operators. So it can helps us to do the matrix arithmetic operations and array arithmetic operations. Relational operation. Relational operation, it can works on both the scalar and non-scalar products. Okay, so between the array and to return the logical array of the same size element by element we can use this. With the element set to logic 1 represents true and logical element 0 represent false. Logical operators. The two types of logical operators and functions are there. One is element wise and another one is short circuit. So the symbol and symbol or and not are the logical and or not are the logical symbols. Short circuit symbols allows short circuit on the logical operations. So some set operations that I want to discuss you intersect of values a and b, like intersect of AB comma rows is member AB comma rows. So it performs on various functions to perform the set operations like union, intersections, and testing the test membership. So loop statement, it helps us to execute the statement and the group of statement also with the help of this loop. If the loop is performed, the condition is true, it goes for the next conditional code, otherwise it goes to false statement. So it supports while loop, for loop, and nested loop also. And apart from that, it supports some kind of statements, control statements, break, continue, like that, which will be used in the controls. So dear students, I hope this session will be helpful to understand the basic concepts of the MATLAB. So this is about the basics of MATLAB. We had discussed more about the basics like data types, operators, loops, variables, and so on. So if you further have any doubts, you can contact me at gerald.kumar@galgotiasuniversity.edu.in. Thank you all.